All right, I'm going to call the Legislative and Legal Affairs Committee to order. We have two items on our agenda. The first one is number 19-100-7792, a communication from City Solicitor Jason Grossfield regarding the proposed acceptance of a utility easement 34 St. Martin Drive. And we will take that one up first. We do not have Solicitor Grossfield with us. We do have the Assistant City Solicitor, and I believe Mr. DiPersio is here also to answer questions. I will quickly read the letter that came from the Solicitor. Dear Honorable President Clancy and Councilors, upon the request of the Department of Public Works enclosed, please find a proposed order to accept the grant of a 22-foot wide utility easement to the City of Marlborough, along with a copy of the easement and plan relating to the above referenced real property. I've reviewed the order and easement, and both are in proper legal form. City Engineer Thomas DiPersio is available to answer any questions concerning this matter. An executed easement is forthcoming and will be provided in committee. Please feel free to contact me as well if you have any questions. So, Mr. DiPersio, explain to us, please.
Sure. The seat is still hot from the last.
Yes.
Sorry about
Hopefully
that.
it won't be so.
Feel free to be as succinct as you can.
So this is an easement over the property at 34 St. Martin Drive for the extension of the new 20-inch water main that we installed in D'Angelo Drive. We had been trying to acquire this easement. It's really the only way to get from D'Angelo Drive down to the pump station that we have at the MWRA intake. There was an ownership change of this property, so I'd started trying to acquire the easement from the prior owners, and during the process, the ownership changed. So these owners were thankfully willing to grant us this easement so that we can get from where we left off on St. Martin through the easement and down to the pump station.
All right, and the order that we have delineates all that information. I don't know that I need to take time to read it. You all have copies. Are there questions for Mr. DiPersio from anybody here tonight? Seeing none, is there a motion? Oh, I'm sorry, Councilor Doucette.
Thank you very much, Madam Chair. I just have one question. Is this for construction that has been done or will be done?
It's for construction that will be done.
Okay.
It has been done up to the edge of St. Martin Drive, right at this location. But we need to pick up from there to go through the easement.
Okay, so is the current construction pretty much an empty pipe?
There's, what's in D'Angelo Drive is a completed water main
Okay,
that is not connected
that's not
at
connected.
this end
Right,
to the system.
that's, okay.
Correct.
Yep, that's what, okay. Thank you, appreciate it.
Move to approve.
It's been moved and seconded to approve. Is there further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor? And that is 3-0. Mr. DiPersio, do you need this done sooner than later, or can it just be reported out and lay on the table?
Well, so we have a contractor lined up that wants to start
Yesterday.
by the beginning of November.
So if we could
yeah,
approve it on
that
Monday,
would
you
be-
would appreciate it?
appreciate
All right,
that
if
very
Madam
we
Chair,
can
I
get
move
the
for suspension of the
suspend.
rules to
We'll
send
ask
it.
for a suspension.
Thank you.
And I believe we have the order, it's
Proper legal order. so we
proper
just-
legal form, so we
suspend
would
and
just
vote.
need to approve the order. Perfect. All right, we have item number 2, which is a communication from...
You gonna vote on the suspension, or did we
I'm sorry?
vote on the
Oh,
suspension?
I'm sorry, I wrote 3-0.
On the
We did
Did we not
suspension?
vote?
Not
We
on the
did.
suspension, did
We
we?
nodded heads, though, but we didn't
Oh,
vote.
well, I guess I was always told we don't need, we could,
We really
because
don't
we
need
have
to.
to ask on the floor.
Desk. We kind of go back and forth, whatever suits us at that moment.
Right, so
Okay.
this is,
Good.
I will request a suspension,
Very good.
and it will just be in the notes that it was requested. All right, number 2 is order number 19-100-7807, a communication from City Solicitor Jason Grossfield regarding acceptance of open space parcel Goodale Estates subdivision open space development special permit. And again, quickly, his letter dated September 25th, Dear Honorable President Clancy and Councilors, Enclosed for consideration, please find a proposed order to accept a deed to the city of Marlborough for the open space parcel comprising 5.06 plus or minus acres of land in connection with the above referenced subdivision pursuant to MGL Chapter 40, Section 8C. The parcel would be placed under the management and control of the Conservation Commission for the purposes of the promotion and development of natural resources, watershed protection, passive recreation, and conservation. In addition, the order authorizes acceptance of a payment of $5,000 to the Conservation Maintenance Fund pursuant to the above referenced special permit. For reference purposes, please also find enclosed a copy of the relevant subdivision plan and a GIS map showing the open space parcel. Please feel free to contact me as well if you have any questions or concerns. And we do have proof that the $5,000 payment was made. And again, Mr. DePercio.
This is part of an open space subdivision, part of the planning board regulations. For that type of development says that you have to donate a certain portion of your project to the city. So this is the open space that was associated with the Goodale Estates subdivision. It's completing the granting of that to the city.
And again, the order does specify that it is the 5.06 acres, that it will be controlled by the Marlborough Conservation Commission, and that we are accepting the payment. Is there, Councilor Delano?
Madam Chair, just for the record, I was at the meetings when they were talking about the subdivision, I was going to say last year, but I don't know how long ago it was. It's a while. And the residents are very much in favor of this kind of open space development. They like having this piece of land behind their properties, and so everybody seems happy, except for that poor lonely tractor that's been out there for a year or so. I think it's rusted because it weeps, because nobody comes out and uses it. It's all alone. Did you say there's more equipment there finally, or?
There is, yeah.
I
Nothing
believe
ever happens
Slightly
out there.
more.
at the last planning board meeting, there were some current photos with more construction actually going on, and Mr. DePercio has reported that they may actually do something.
Just for your information, the developer is required to come to the next planning board meeting and update the board on his progress and his schedule going forward, because his approval is expiring next month.
That's right. And for the council's information, Madam Chair, they're not building these houses. They're doing the pads, they're doing all the infrastructure. They're gonna sell off each pad, and each person will get their own developer to build a custom home. That's what their plan is.
Interesting way to do
Why
it.
it's taking so long?
That's all, well, so is there further discussion? Is there a motion?
No,
Councilor Clancy?
just a point that I wanted to make is that the purchase of the donation of this land to the open space also protects all of the houses on Taylor Road that abut it. I think it's a good idea, because some of those lots back right up to this, so it's a good idea. I think it's that 5 acres would be well used.
And my understanding is even if nothing is ever developed, we will still have the open space. So
Exactly.
that'll be
Yep.
very good.
Move to approve, Madam Chair.
It's been moved and seconded. Is there further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor? And I'm going to say this one can just be reported out and lay on the table.
Anytime,
Does that sound good?
anytime.
And is there a
To adjourn.
been moved and seconded to adjourn? Is there further, all in favor? And it's 3-0. We are adjourned at 8:50. And I would guess you're going to need a couple minutes for